Okay, and he is war criminal Joker card, guys. He is one of our two Jokers. So we got Bernie Sanders, and we do have Kamala in now. That Speaker Pelosi mentioned Kamala. So we got 5 of spades, we've got a Joker, and we have our 4 of hearts, Hakeem Jeffries, out right now.
Nice.
Madam Pelosi, I know this is not the normal circumstances that you and I could be speaking with each other. I can't pretend like I'm happy to see her, and I genuinely want to stop pretending that I actually think that there's a future in the Democratic Party, with all due respect. I mean, I know I'm already an independent, aren't I, Jen?
I don't know. You said that, but yet you seem to carry their water an awful lot.
Well, I've been listening in the back, and I heard a lot of what you had to say, former Madam Speaker, hopefully forever. But there is a very important letter that I sent out to all of my supporters. Jen, you may have gotten an email the other day. I don't know if you read it or not. You probably didn't, but I'm going to read it to you now.
Okay. Okay. No, Bernie's going to read us his email.
I have some very important information here that needs to be discussed. And so, while I know we have our good friend Jordan over at Status Quo News, I sent him a letter the other day, and I led with tough times. The American people understand that our economic and political systems are rigged. They know that the very rich, like Speaker Pelosi, get much richer, while almost everyone else becomes poor. And they know that we are moving rapidly into an oligarchic form of society. I would debate that we're already there.
Oh, we're there.
The Democrats ran a campaign protecting the status quo and tinkering around the edges. Trump and the Republicans campaigned on change and on smashing the existing order, which is what I did back in 2016. Not surprisingly, the Republicans won. Unfortunately, the change that Republicans will bring about will make a bad situation worse and a society of gross inequality even more unequal, more unjust, and more bigoted. Will the Democratic leadership learn the lessons of their defeat and create a party that stands with the working class and is prepared to take on enormously powerful special interests that dominate our economy, our media, and our political life? Highly unlikely. They are too much wedded to the billionaires and corporates' interests that fund their campaigns. Given that reality, where do we go from here? This is a very serious question that needs a lot of discussion in the coming weeks and months. How do we expand our efforts to build a multiracial, multi-generational, working class movement? How do we create a 50-state movement, not politics based on electoral college and battleground states? How do we deal with Citizens United and the ability of billionaires to buy elections? How do we recruit more working class candidates for office at all levels of government? Should we be supporting independent candidates who are prepared to take on both parties? How do we better support union organizing? How do we put together listening sessions around the country that intentionally seek input from people who did not vote for Democrats in the last election, like fireside chats? How do we best use, I see you drinking there, Nancy. I can see how much you really appreciate what I'm saying here. How do we best use social media to build our movement and combat the lies and disinformation coming from the billionaire class and right-wing media? How do we build sustainable and long-term issue-based organizing structures that live beyond individual campaigns? These are some of the political questions that together we need to address. And it is absolutely critical that you make your voice heard during this process. Not me, us. That is the only way forward.
I wish I believed you.
Speaker Pelosi, do you have anything to say in response to what I just said?
Oh, Bernie, you know I love you very much. You're a good friend of mine, but I don't agree with what you said, that the Democrat Party is abandoning the working class. And you said the working class is abandoning the Democrat Party. That's not true. You shouldn't have said that. It's embarrassing to us that you said that. And I don't know. Sometimes I really think you voted for Trump. I do. And who else I think voted for Trump? Joe and Joe Biden, because Joe is just way too happy that Trump won. He is smiling. His brain function seems to be good all of a sudden. I don't know.
I would think you'd be happy about Trump winning. Your portfolio will do excellent.
Well, I wanted Kamala because she's a woman, she's of color, and I was working with her a little bit, trying to help her with her campaign. And, well, she didn't win, unfortunately. And I don't,
I would like to say that I did offer my services to campaign around the country on behalf of Vice President Harris and Governor Walz, and I was rejected soundly. I wonder
Yes.
if you had anything to do with that, Madam Speaker, because I could have provided a lot of help in some of those very important key swing states in the upper Midwest where I am still very popular.
You mean instead of Liz Cheney? Like he might have been a better surrogate, a better companion on that campaign than Liz Cheney.
perhaps you would have been, I have to say. Yes, I agree with that.
Oh, you see, I actually got some agreement here for once.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm sorry, Bernie. I'm just very disappointed in this whole election. And I
Well,
just,
Well, the only future that we're going to have if the Democratic Party is to survive and thrive is we must reject the corporate special interest money coming from Wall Street and Silicon Valley. You, Madam Speaker, have been a big reason why the party has been infested with this money for so many years. Are you prepared tonight to say that the Democratic Party will no longer take that money?
I'll work on that, okay? I will go in my office tomorrow and work on that. I trust me on that. I will work on that. Yes, Bernie, I'll work
That's
on
what the
that.
politicians answer. What do you think?
I don't know, but I think you're also Mick resistance in saying you support the idea of going another direction when in fact you won't.
Well, what would you like us to do, Jen? Us old geriatrics here, we're looking at the youth like you. What is your advice? What are we supposed to do?
I'm ready to burn all this shit down.
Oh,
Seriously. Like, this is just silly.
Well, I would probably care less
sorry.
about that. But Speaker Pelosi has quite the portfolio. I don't think she would like you burning things to the ground.
Wow.
oh no, you gotta do that, Jen. Can't do that.
No.
I know
no.
I'm 84, but my mind's still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the future of our country holds. All I can tell you is that I am now very proud to embrace my independence as a United States Senator. What will be my last term, I can justifiably say this is the last term that I will serve in Congress. I'll be 89 by the time
I and that's also ridiculous.
Oh,
It is
you're all-
ridiculous.
This is the both of you are ridiculous with this.
we're a year apart. We're like Irish twins.
Correct. Jesus.
Well, either we pass the baton or we simply will have the baton taken from us when we're put down on the ground.
Yeah.
Either
If
way-
you're like cold dead carcasses, we'll have to peel them. I get it.